Hi everyone, welcome to my life. I am Miss Heartbroken, and we are here to talk about relationships and heartbreak, and especially what are those alarming signs that we should look out for when we are in a relationship. These are these warning signs that you should have in mind so that. You can take a well-informed decision about whether this relationship is worth staying in or not. जब भी हम रिलेशनशिप में होते हैं हम कहीं ना कहीं बहुत सारी चीज़ों को जस्टिफाई कर देते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं बहुत चीज़ों को ओवरलुक कर देते हैं, हम एडजस्ट कर लेते हैं और because of that we end up missing out on these basic signs that are not healthy, that make our relationship toxic. And I'm very happy. I want to thank one of our viewers for suggesting this topic and asking about this topic extensively, which is why we're doing this video today. You can talk to me on the POPxo app, and I will definitely address your questions and your comments in the session today. So let's get started. I have about 7 to 8 points that we can discuss, which are kind of which are the alarming points, like which are there are these warning signals in a way. जब आप रिलेशनशिप में होते हो, अगर इनमें से कोई भी चीज अपियर कर रही है, मे बी यू नीड टू स्टॉप फॉर अ while and have a very honest, very hard conversation with yourself and your partner. Ki, where is this actually going, and is it becoming toxic, or do we need to work on something? And you need to talk with yourself. Do I need to work on something, or do I need to step out? What are these signs? First and foremost, this is something that I constantly talk about in my other live sessions also. You cannot neglect how you and your body feels. Our bodies have divine wisdom, right? Like कहीं ना कहीं हमारे emotions, हमारे thoughts, all of this jumbled up system that is there inside this body, kahin na kahin it becomes a part of our personality, and your body knows you the best, right? Like your body knows what is good for you, what is bad for you. For example, if you eat something wrong, your body tends to vomit it out. Similarly, you feel discomfort, right? Your stomach feels uncomfortable. Similarly, when you're in a relationship and you are consuming some bad energy, if you're constantly feeling drained out, your body is going to give you signs, right, which will help you understand that okay, maybe I'm not in a comfortable situation right here. For example, you will feel constantly drained out when you're with your partner. Okay, if you're feeling drained out, if you're feeling lethargy, if you're feeling tired all the time, if you're feeling uncomfortable, you're in the pit of your stomach, you know that there is something wrong. Or in the depth of your heart, you know that you're agreeing to something that is not true to you. That is the first sign that there is something wrong in this relationship. Okay, it's literally your body is telling you with the discomfort कि पुट अ पॉज, अभी कंज्यूम करना बंद करो और एक सेकेंड सोचो कि क्या, किस वजह से मुझे ये डिस्कम्फर्ट हो रहा है. बहुत रीजंस हो सकते हैं. इट कुड बी यू डोंट लाइक सर्टन थिंग्स, दैट देयर हैबिट्स that you are not okay with, or you don't like how they talk to you about a certain topic, or how they behave with your friends, or how they behave with your family. It could be a number of things, but your first indicator is that your body is going to feel discomfort. And this is going to be a short indicator, because it's not a friend telling you hey, he's not good for you vagera vagera. It is your own subconscious mind coming out and giving you this information that hey, take a pause and figure out what's wrong with this. Okay, the second thing that I feel is very important is that you need to take a quick review of your personal growth when you're in a relationship and when you're not in a relationship. What are your goals in life? Okay, if suppose you are single and your goals in life have a set pattern, right? You have a defined growth path, and when you're in a relationship, if that growth path is getting compromised, there is something off. Okay, either you are too involved and dependent on that person, which is not healthy, which is a toxic sign, or that person is draining it out of you, which is again a toxic sign. So your growth path should not be dependent on your relationship. Like, your relationship is just a part of your life, it's not everything in your life. You shouldn't be suddenly changing your ambitions just because there's this person in your life who you are happily, madly, deeply in love with. If you are deeply in love with, you shouldn't have to change your path, right? That love is supposed to support that path rather than destroy it or disrupt it. See, सिंपल एग्जाम्पल, सपोज यू हैव अ ग्रोथ पाथ, मैं इतने एज तक ये करूंगी, ये करूंगी, ये करूंगी, वगैरह वगैरह, मुझे अब्रॉड जाना है, बाहर पढ़ाई करनी है, यारा यारा यारा, and a person comes into your life and disrupt, and this growth path gets disrupted. Now god forbid आपका ब्रेकअप हो जाता है, okay, this person goes, say after a year or two, you ruined your entire plan just because of one human being entering your life. vis-a-vis that, अगर आपका ग्रोथ पाथ एज इट इज है, कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं हुआ है, whether this person is there supporting you, making you stronger, that is great, or this person is not there, somebody else is there, that space should be a support space and not, it should not overlap. Because the minute it overlaps and your growth path, your personal growth is getting disrupted, it could be anything. It could be financial growth, it could be your professional growth, it could be your spiritual growth, your artistic growth, it could be any kind of growth, right? If you feel that you're spending way too much money and you're not able to talk to this person about it, take a pause and figure out why. Why is saving money not suddenly a priority because this person exists, right? Of course थोड़ा बहुत disruptions होता है, थोड़ा बहुत adjustment होता है, लेकिन आपका जो core path है वो अगर disrupt हो रहा है, there's something wrong that you need to tackle. There's some conversation that you need to do with yourself. In my case, I have always realized that it's never the other person that disrupts my path, I do it myself. I change my entire life goals to fit the life of that person. हम में से बहुत लोग ऐसा करते हैं कि जो पहले सोचा था चलो कोई बात नहीं उसको हम एडजस्ट कर लेंगे, अभी इस इंसान के साथ मेरी लाइफ ये होने वाली है, एंड देन व्हेन दैट breakup happens, it's even more painful because you changed your entire life plan to suit this person's plan. So personal growth is a very important indicator. The third indicator, avoiding difficult issues. Now ये first two तो ऐसे थे that you can take a hard look at yourself and figure it out. The third one is when you are noticing that every time you have a conversation with that person and there's an important issue that you are talking about, हमेशा वो चीज अवॉइड हो जाती है. कहीं ना कहीं या तो वो उस चीज को फ्लेक कर जाते हैं, लाइक ही डजंट टॉक अबाउट इट और शी डजंट टॉक अबाउट इट, या उस चीज का झगड़ा बन जाता है, या वो उसको इग्नोर कर दिया जाता है, या कोई चिकनी चुपड़ी बातें सुनाकर आपको कन्विंस कर दिया जाता है, लेकिन इन रियलिटी वो इशू खत्म नहीं हुआ. इट इज नॉट ओवर फॉर यू, and that is a very important alarming indicator because your issue is not of priority to them. I'll give you an example. Suppose your issue in life, in your relationship, is that you don't know where this is going, so you want to discuss your future. Ki, okay, where are we going to be in another year? Let's discuss that. And then you try to have a conversation with your partner, and your partner turns around and says something to the effect of, let's live in the moment, why are you worried about the future, who cares what's going to happen, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, why are you asking me for a year later? Or picks up a fight with you, if you're having so much problem then leave me, vagera vagera. You need to really leave them, because be rest assured that they are not thinking about this, number one, and they don't respect that you are thinking about this. Okay, everybody has a right to know where their life is going. Everybody has a right to know what the future holds for them. Everybody has a right to know all the things as honestly as possible. And if your partner is not being honest with you, if your partner is not giving you clear cut answers and you are not able to make a decision and it's leading to confusion, this is a huge alarming sign. If your partner doesn't want to be with you in another year, he needs to tell you that as well. That is also information. Hey, I'm not sure, we are just figuring things out. This is a kind of response that you understand, and you can then ask him, okay, till when are we figuring things out? Okay. Or your partner says, hey, I never want to be in a long-term relationship, or hey, I don't want to be married, or whatever your partner says, at least you should have an honest response. That's the bare minimum, so that you can figure out, ki, are you okay with that or not? Are you okay with your partner not wanting a long-term commitment? Are you okay with your partner not wanting a marriage? And if you're okay with that, great, go ahead. But if you're not okay with that, you have a right to know. Instead of listening to flaky sentences like, let's live in the moment, you live only once, let's have fun, let's enjoy, and hey, I thought you weren't one of those serious girls. No, these are all confusing, wrong answers that you honestly deserve better. Okay, you don't deserve these flaky answers. So that is point number 3. Next point is very simple and very obvious, but somehow it creeps up in all relationships, which is trust issues. Trust issues basically mean कि you're not able to trust your partner, or your partner is not able to trust you, which is sounds very simple, but I'll tell you how it shows in a relationship. Okay, if you have to constantly update your partner, hey, I'm going here, and if they constantly follow up on that, कि hey, you have left, hey, why you're not leaving, why, where are you, sounds disturbing, right? They can wait. If you're stuck at work, they can wait to discuss about it. But if they are not believing, अगर उनको विश्वास ही नहीं है कि आप काम पे गए हो, there's something wrong. Okay, अगर आपको विश्वास नहीं है कि वो किसके साथ है, या आपको विश्वास नहीं है कि अगर वो किसी लड़के के साथ किसी लड़की के साथ हैंग आउट कर रहे हैं, तो what they are doing, if you are feeling discomfort around this situation, then be rest assured you have insecurity and trust issues, which is a huge warning sign, because it is everybody's job to make their partners feel secure. You are supposed to make your partner feel secure, he's supposed to make you feel secure. It is a give and take, it is a balance. अगर आप एक दूसरे से 100% ऑनेस्ट हो, किसी कोई जरूरत नहीं है कि दूसरे इंसान को आपके ऊपर शक करने की, और ना आपको जरूरत पड़ेगी इस डिस्कम्फर्ट में रहने की. ठीक है, कि अच्छा वो उसके साथ गया है, व्हाट आर दे डूइंग, आई नीड टू नो, आई नीड टू चेक अप ऑन हिम. ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स आर under trust issues, and these are very difficult, nagging thoughts that are very hard to get rid of. तो अगर आपको आपके thoughts nag कर रहे हैं about how much you can trust this person, then you need to again take a hard look at your relationship and figure out why do you have so much confusion about trusting this person, or why is he constantly calling you, why is he not able to trust you. That is a very important thing. क्या आप कोई ऐसा साइन उनको दे रहे हो जिसकी वजह से उनको आपके ऊपर ट्रस्ट नहीं हो पा रहा, या वो इंसान ही ऐसे हैं कि वो जल्दी आसानी से ट्रस्ट नहीं करते. यू डोंट वांट टू बी विद समवन. इमेजिन लिविंग योर लाइफ इन चेन्स लाइक दैट, कि आपको कॉन्स्टेंटली किसी को हर वक्त, हर दिन, हर चीज के बारे में बताना पड़ रहा है, और वो आपकी बात का विश्वास नहीं कर रहे. टेलिंग इज ग्रेट, but they should believe you, right? So believing is very important, trusting is very important, and there is no relationship without basic amount of faith and trust. So if that is lacking, it's a very big warning sign, and maybe you need to again have a conversation with yourself and your partner with where and what you need to do. Next, when we have fights, you seem to he seems to think that it's always your fault, and that's a very common thing that I have seen in a lot of relationship, कि हमेशा ही आपकी गलती अगर बताई जा रही है तो कुछ गलत है, राइट? ऐसा भी होता है कि आप हमेशा उनकी गलती बता रहे हो, या फाइट में इम्बैलेंस है, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. लेकिन अगर एक ही चीज कंसिस्टेंटली गलत हो रही है, कि उनको हमेशा लगता है दैट इट्स योर फॉल्ट, then there is a problem, because they are taking all of their problems and blaming it on you, and that is a very big indicator of an alarming sign, because really no number one, there is no acceptance about you. He doesn't like you on a personality level. That is why everything seems to be your fault. Number two, he is not forgiving. He's not thinking that okay, maybe it's not her fault, maybe circumstances were different, वगैरह वगैरह, whatever. Maybe he's not giving you the benefit of doubt, and everybody needs to give a lot of benefit of doubt in a relationship. And by that I don't mean that he's cheating on you, so give him the benefit of doubt. No, that's not what I mean. Cheating doesn't indicate anything. But when you're not able to give him the benefit of doubt and he's not able to give you the benefit of doubt, and it seems that सारी गलती हमेशा ही आपकी है, again, pause. Do you want to be the culprit all the time? No, you don't. That is why you need to either take a pause in this relationship and figure out why there are these, or every fight becomes your fault. Why are you always the culprit? You have to analyze, have a conversation. If you're not able to have a conversation and that also becomes your fault, then you need to take a break. You need to space out from this human being and maybe cut it out for a little bit, or maybe break up, depending on how intense the situation is. The last point is that it's see we are it's a very simple point, which is that you are not your friends and your family feel very distant to you. Now see guys, when we are growing up and when we are single, our friends and family become an indicator of the kind of person that we are. We spend so much time with them. Your vibe decides your tribe, kind of a situation, right? कि जो friend आपके साथ तब है जब आप single हो, और वो उस वक्त आपको अच्छे से जानता है, पहचानता है. Suddenly after you're in a relationship, that friend seems to be distancing from you, or you seem to have less time for that friend. You are picking your boyfriend over your family and friends all the time. Again, a huge warning sign. Why are you doing that? Your friends and family, again, same thing like the graph. Your friends and family are permanent features in your life. Okay, and when a relationship happens, it should support these permanent features rather than disrupt them. That is always going to be the case. अगर आपकी normal life आपके relationship से disrupt हो रही है, there's something wrong with that relationship, and you need to again and again, I will say, take a hard look at this relationship and have an honest conversation about it. Because if your friends and family is getting distance, if say, it could be a ton of reasons. He doesn't like them, you don't like how they treat your boyfriend, or you are choosing your boyfriend and you're always saying no to your friends because you have a plan with your boyfriend. Again, take a look at what are you doing, because when this relationship goes downhill, or you go through a breakup, it will be these friends and family members that will come to your rescue, right? And God forbid if you get married to this person who, because of whom you're not able to spend time with your friends and family, later in life, in future, you're going to realize that you're missing out on a huge part of your own personality, because these people have been the building blocks of you and in your growing up years and your personality till the time you met your boyfriend. So do not neglect them. If you are neglecting them, and if you are picking other if you're not picking them as much as you used to pick them before, again, this is a huge alarm sign, and maybe you should figure out what's going on. Guys, quick, before I end the session today, quickly I want to tell you that these are just small signs and guidelines that you can look at, but don't obsess over them. Do not The baseline is that if you are feeling happy and comfortable in your body, which was the first point, everything else will work out. And every relationship needs some breathing space. Every relationship needs some there are always learning curves. You need to adjust a little bit, you need to understand a little bit, because a lot is changing in your life, right? But these guidelines, so immediately don't jump into reaching conclusions, right? It could be a one off thing कि मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा क्योंकि हमारी लड़ाई हुई है. But if 80% of the time you feel great, 90% of the time you feel great, don't obsess over these points for the 10% issues, right? Yes, obsess over these points when these are overtaking your entire life and you're not feeling comfortable, your mind is always busy, you're crying a lot, you're upset a lot. that's when these guidelines come into play, and you need to take a tough decisions, and the intensity of how you're feeling and how the situation is will help you decide कि अब मुझे इस relationship में रहना है या नहीं रहना है. And yes, guys, so those are a few alarming signs about when you should start taking a lowdown of what your relationship is and where it is going, and start analyzing whether you want to continue or not. Thank you so much for your question, guys. Do let me know if there is a topic you want me to discuss and talk about when it comes to love, relationships, breakups, etc. And I'll be more than happy to do so. Do drop me a message if you want to comment on how you like the session, or if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. Until next time, this is me, Miss Heartbroken. I hope you have a great week ahead. It's just Monday, guys. There's an entire week of fun, productivity, and lots of love. Bye, guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.